Confident, confident, confident. I can be confident, 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 confident. I can be confident at work.
Hello and welcome to the Confident at Work podcast. I'm your host and your confidence coach, Anna Manning. In this podcast today, I want to tell you why I'm always glad when somebody has fucked up, messed up, made a mistake, had a gaffe while they're working with me. And I have, in my defense, to potentially being slightly insensitive, a really good reason for it. I want you to fuck up something while you're working with me because for most of my clients, their confidence is predicated on everything going right. And that is not a long-term strategy for confidence because shit hits the fan at some point in a small way, in a big way. There's an error, there's a misunderstanding, there's a mess up, even a little one. Always. So having your confidence predicated on everything going right is a surefire way to end up with your confidence in the toilet. And getting your confidence out of the toilet for good and not climbing back into it when any tiny little thing goes awry relies on you being able to tolerate an error, a misunderstanding, or a mess up. Otherwise, something goes wrong. I spiral into self-criticism. I spiral into doubt about myself, my abilities, whether I should be here. And that spiral leads to my confidence ending up in the toilet. And I know that is not where you want your confidence to be because you're listening to a podcast called Confident at Work. So if this is you, and your confidence is predicated on everything always going right, on you doing everything perfectly and there never being an error, a misstep, a failure, etc. The solution for you for how do I feel confident at work is to ensure at every moment, in every scenario, in every task, in every conversation, in every meeting, in every presentation, that everything goes perfect. And you know, I would agree with you that that was a solution if it worked. When people come to me and say, oh, I need to feel more confident at work, but I don't know how. Imagine if I said to them, well, my answer is this. Just make sure that you get everything perfect 100% of the time. Always be right 100% of the time. And always be error-free 100% of the time. That's how to feel more confident at work. You'd be like, okay, that is not doable. I would never, ever suggest that as a strategy to a client. It would be ludicrous to suggest that as a strategy to a client because it won't work. Everyone messes up. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone stumbles, fumbles, has a gaffe, has a fuck up. So it isn't really a viable solution. And when I point this out to most people, like this is the solution that you're currently using to feel confident is I have to be perfect 100% of the time. And you're working really hard to achieve that. But there's always going to be a moment where you're not. So the solution falls down and then you end up at my door where I'm going to say to you, well, I have a different solution if you want to hear it. The solution isn't to always be right. The solution is to be able to tolerate getting something wrong or making a mistake or having a failure. And that may be a skill that you might have to build. I sure know that I had to build that skill. I learned this lesson the hard way through my own trial and glorious errors, wondering why my confidence has ended up in the toilet after I made a mistake at work. After somebody had to talk to me about the way I did this or the way that I did that, or there was one thing on my performance review that wasn't great when everything else was actually fine. I did not have the skill of being able to tolerate getting something wrong or making a mistake or having a failure. Even in my early years as a business owner, and really as a business owner, you really have to be able to tolerate making a mistake, having a failure, and getting something wrong when you start your own business and it's all new. Because, like, what do I know? I don't even know how to do anything. I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants here. And sometimes at work, you're going to be doing that too. Let's say you've got a promotion, you've gone to the next level, you're picking up work that's in a different area, you're actually overseeing work where it's not your area of technical expertise. You're being asked to give your opinion with imperfect information. There are so many times when there is potential to get something wrong, make a mistake, or have a failure. So, in order to keep your confidence out of the toilet in this world that we live in, you have to build the skill of being able to tolerate that. And most people know this instinctively. When I ask people, okay, so you had a mess up and it led to this crisis of confidence or this spiral that led to your confidence going really low. How would you like that to go in the future? And people's automatic response is, well, I want to make sure nothing ever goes wrong again. It's like, yeah, and we definitely can't do that. So, what has to happen for your confidence to be maintained, even if there's a little error, there's a mistake, there's a mess up? And they know, just like you know. They tell me, well, I'd have to learn from it and do what I could to fix it and just move on. So they know. And you know that that is actually the solution. So if this is you and your confidence has been predicated on you being right and you getting everything perfect 100% of the time, and you found that that is not a viable solution in this world that we live in because some things have gone wrong, this is my alternative solution for you. That instead of focusing on always trying to be perfect to the nth degree, you build the skill of tolerating a mistake, a failure, and a setback. And I'm not talking here about being reckless and not caring. Don't think I'm going to the other degree. I'm not. This is not black and white. You can still care about what you do and give your best effort to getting things right. And still then, there will be something that goes wrong. So you still in that mode of caring and being conscientious and doing the work to the best of your ability. Even then, you still need to build the skill of tolerating a failure or a mistake. Because if you don't, your confidence will end up in the toilet. If it isn't already, maybe it is because you're listening to this podcast. I had to build this skill and it was hard for me. Let me tell you. It was hard for me to build this skill. It has taken time and patience and some coaching for me to build the skill of tolerating a mistake, a failure, an error. But now that I can have a misstep or a mistake. And yeah, it might not be great and I don't love it, but my confidence doesn't end up in the toilet because of it. Which means I'm able to learn from the mistake, fix what I can, accept what I can't, and then move on. Is it always easy? No. It's like they often say, this is simple, but not always easy. So is building the skill of being able to tolerate a mistake, a failure, or a setback something that you may have to build in order to maintain your confidence over the course of your career? And if it is one of the skills that I'm going to be talking about in the next round of free classes that I'm going to be doing starting in January 2026. I've thought so hard about all of the skills that you need to build from 7 years of watching my clients do it and supporting my clients to do it. And I've put them into this new iteration of my free workshop. Haven't exactly decided what it's going to be called yet, so answers on a postcard. And I haven't quite created the link yet, so you can't sign up yet. But keep listening in because you will be able to before the end of December. And if you're relating to this and thinking this could be one of the reasons maybe why my confidence has ended up where it is now, and it may be something that I have to address if I'm going to grow it, but I need help to do that, head to the link in the show notes, book a call and come and talk to me about coaching. Let's see if we can keep your confidence out of the toilet from 2026 onwards. I will see you in next week's episode. Bye.
Confident, confident, confident. I can be confident, confident. confident. I can be confident at work.